Hey guys, so since we're leading into Halloween time, we're like mid-October at the moment, so it's coming soon. I've just been super in the mood for scary books, so like thrillers, horrors, anything that's like a little bit spooky and has a bit of a creepy ambiance to it. So the other day I went to the library and just tried to get as many like scary books as I could. Basically, I asked you guys for some recommendations on Twitter and most of these are from those recommendations, which is awesome. The first one I'm going to show you is the one that I'm currently reading. I'm about halfway through and this is 10 by Gretchen McNeil. I saw this on Girl Reading's channel. It was in a wrap up she did and she said she found it really scary. She was reading it by herself at night, so I thought I would pick it up. It's kind of a fun like YA thriller. It's about a bunch of teens who go to a party on the weekend and the party is on an island and it's with all like the popular kids from school. So they have to go on a ferry to the island and they're kind of like disconnected from the rest of the world. So when people start getting murdered, it's pretty scary. This reminds me a lot of Party Games, which is the first like Fair Street relaunch book by R.L. Stine. That has a very similar plotline of teens like going to a party on an island and people start dying. This so far feels like quite similar to me, except this one's actually a bit scarier, I think, which I'm really liking. I can't tell like how it's going to end or anything, so I'm really enjoying this one so far. The next book is more of a middle grade novel, I guess, because this one was in like the children's chapter book section of my local library. It's called Nightmares and it's by Jason Segel and Kirsten Miller. This one, I think Jesse the reader recommended it. He just said it was really good, spooky read. This is about a kid who moves into a house with his stepmother who he thinks is a witch, I think, and he starts having nightmares that sort of creep into reality. So this one sounds really creepy. I just really like the cover as well. It looks very like Halloween and like haunted mansion-y. The next one is an adult thriller, I guess. This is called Trust No One and it's by Paul Cleave, who I believe is a New Zealand author, which is really awesome. Steph recommended this one to me. I know she's like a big Paul Cleave fan and I've never read anything by Paul Cleave, so I'm really excited to have this one. And I love being able to pick up books by New Zealand authors. I think it's really good, and it's kind of hard to get recommendations for New Zealand authors sometimes because like obviously most people on BookTube are from elsewhere. So I love getting recommendations from New Zealand. This one sounds really good. I'm really looking forward to reading it. It's about a writer who writes like crime novels, I think, and he starts to get Alzheimer's and starts to believe that all of his fiction that he's written was based on murders that he'd actually committed himself, but no one will believe him because they're all just saying it's like his Alzheimer's and they just think he's going a little bit mad. So this sounds really good. I love those kind of thrillers where like you've got like an unreliable narrator, I guess, and you're like not sure what's real and what's not. So this one sounds really good. I'm so excited about it. I feel like my camera is like leaned over a little bit. I'm sorry if it moved while I'm filming. I don't know if this is how I set it up or if it's moved since then. Sorry either way because it's very crooked, but I don't want to change it now because then it will look weird. The next book that I picked up was Dangerous Girls by Abigail Haas. This was recommended to me by Katie, I think, on Twitter. She said that she thinks I would like it because it's kind of along similar lines to With Malice by Eileen Cook. This one I am real excited about. I've heard lots about this lately. I feel like everyone's just talking about it, but it does sound quite similar to With Malice, which I highly recommend that if you're looking for like a bit of a scary-ish book to read. This one is about, I think, two girls go on spring break to Aruba and one of them gets murdered and the other one becomes the suspect for this really gruesome murder in like a foreign country. It sounds very intense, so I'm looking forward to this one, and I feel like this is the kind of thing where no one really knows what happened and you're kind of piecing it together throughout the whole novel, so I'm excited for this one. The final book that I picked up from the library was Wake by Elizabeth Knox. Elizabeth Knox is actually another New Zealand author, which is very exciting. She wrote Dream Hunter, which I had to read for uni, but I actually really liked it. It's a YA fantasy novel. It was really good. So this is an adult horror-ish novel, I guess, horror thriller, I'm not really sure. It sounds really good. The cover is really cool. This one I can't even remember where I heard about it. I think it might have been in some of my readings for uni. They talked about how she was writing this book. I don't know, but it's set in a small New Zealand town and everyone is suddenly overcome by complete insanity, and there's only a small group of survivors who are kind of end up cut off from the world. and there's some kind of unseen monster that's with them as well. So this, I'm very intrigued about. It sounds very mysterious and I'm really looking forward to reading it. So those are all of the spooky books that I have to read leading up to Halloween. I'm really enjoying 10 so far. It's really, really good. If you've read any of these, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you have any other like spooky book recommendations or anything that you were reading this month, leave that in the comments down below as well. And again, I'm sorry about the video doing this, but what can we do? Thank you guys for watching this, and I'll see you with another video in a couple days. Bye.